Hello! Hi everyone! So we're back again right now. I'm going to introduce you to one of my favorite things to do, or favorite sport to play, which is darts. So anyway, I lost the dart pins that I had, that I've been using, because kids, and they were able to destroy it, I think. So this is the old box that I have. There's nothing in there. I cannot find it. I've asked people to look for it in the house, but they cannot find it. And this one is pretty old, right? These are flights. These are shops flights that are static. But anyway, I'll introduce you to it. I'll explain some things for you. So let me show you the things that I bought. Okay, so that's all. So when playing darts or using a dartboard, I think I will be showing it to you later on. The dartboard, it's a board with the different numbers and different slices, like a pie, where you should add it, right? When you should add it, you're going to use your dart pin, okay? Your projectile that you're going to throw using your hands, okay? So this is it. It's called a darts or dart pins, or for throwing, right? So if you're going to use this, I'm going to teach you more about it, okay? First, it has different weights, right? So I think the heaviest is above 24 grams, but this is quite heavy already. If you're younger, if you're a bit smaller, you can use 19 grams up to 21. But when you're a bit old and you have a bigger body, you can use this 24 grams. Okay, I think I've seen some 26 grams as well. After a few games, you'd be feeling a bit tired on the hand that you're using. Okay, so this is it. This is not very expensive. This is on the so-so range. It's only 1,600 pesos as of this time, right? So I didn't have enough time to select or look for a high-end dart pin, so this would suffice. All right. So you can see it's a bit cheap, right? The packaging is a bit cheap. It's only stapled, but anyway, that's fine. There's no problem about it. So there's a pre-case again as well. So this is it, same as this one. It's just a white one. All right. So here I will explain to you the different parts of the dart pin. Okay. So this is the actual pin or the point, the sharp part of the dart pin, okay, or the projectile. This is the one that's sticking into the board when you throw it, like this, okay? So this is the pin, or the point, or in some areas they call it the needle as well, because it's shaped like a needle and it's sharp, right? This one is the barrel, all right? This is the barrel. This is the shaft. This is the shaft, or the tail part, the back part of the whole dart. Okay, so you can refer to this as the dart pin, the projectile. Okay, and here we have the tail, or we can call it as well. We can call it as flights or fletchings. Okay, so you put it at the end here. You can open it. So that's the that's what you can see here. that are scattered are basically the shafts and the plights. Okay, so because there is a tendency that these can get damaged while playing, right? It's quite normal. So if you break this one, it's good that you have some replacements that you can use for the shaft as well as for the plights. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like when it's ready to play. All right, so let's use the free ones. These are the free ones. Okay, to get this, let's just get it one by one. Okay, so normally it's shaped like this, but there are different shapes of plights or fletchings that you can use. Okay, for feathers. In arrows, for the bow and arrow, these are feathers, right? You'll put it at the end of the projectile. So this one is another design of a fletching or plights. This one is a different design as well. What else? This one is a different design as well, but I think this is already damaged because it has been used. But this one cannot be folded, right? This is already static. It's already shaped like this. Cannot be deformed. Well, you can deform it forcefully, and when you hit the areas there, see, there can be some damage because it's only made of plastic, right? Flexible plastic. So there are different shapes of it. So this one, you can open it this way. You can open it this way, right? To make it shaped like a cross when you look at the top side and when you look at the bottom, right? When it's already like that, you have to, there's a cross slit right here as well, so you just have to stick it. Just have to stick it. Takes a little bit of practice, especially if you're not used to the kind of plights and shaft that you're using. This is a flimsy one and it can break easily, but it's fine, it's usable. Okay, so this is what it should look like if it's ready to play, right? Also, maybe you've already seen some other pins, dart pins or projectiles that are being used on TVs, on tournaments, etc. There are different kinds of barrels as well. For me, I am very comfortable with this particular shape, right? The cylindrical shape or the pencil type. I call this the pencil type because it's shaped like a pencil. It's a little bit thin. It's easier for me to hold. For others, there are different shapes. The bomb shape or the bombshell, the tan, that has different curves. But it depends. If you're planning to buy one, just ask the seller, or you can research on the internet and maybe practice which one you are comfortable with, right? That's the most important thing. You have to choose, or you have to test which particular shape and which particular weight, the heaviness, you are going to be comfortable with when playing, right? Because this particular game, this particular sport is supposed to be relaxing most of the time, so it will defeat the purpose if it's just gonna stress you out, right? So there are different brands as well, right? So Robson, you have the Chinese brands as well, the Winmao and the other brands. All of them are okay brands as well, and most of them have some high-end models, high-end items, and they have the the typical items as well, or the non-expensive items. So it's okay, right? The more expensive it is, the better, because especially with the weight, right? Because if the specific weights for each are not the same, even if they say like even if they say that this is 24 grams, but actually not all of them are 24 grams, it's going to impact your game, because you're going to throw it one by one. You're gonna shoot it individually. So if there's a variation in weight, it's gonna be a little difficult for you when playing, especially if you're going to play on tournaments, right? And if there are damages as well to your plates or to the shop, it will impact the game as well. Okay, so it can alter the trajectory if your plates are damaged, because this is gonna create some drag on the air, right? Because if you don't use this and you're going to throw this, there is a big possibility that this will not stick to the board, to the dartboard. You might break it, you might damage the board, you might damage the pin or the projectile, and you might not score, right? So the use of this, it's just like an arrow, right? If you have the tail or the feather or the flight, when you throw it, I'm not used to this one. And I cannot see. There you go. When you throw it, the center of gravity in the middle will create a heavy area at the front. This end part with the plates or the fletching will create drag on the air, so this will travel with the point at the front and the plates at the end. I hope you understand that, or maybe you can check the internet for more details on it, but basically that's it, right? I think right now I'm just going to show you what the dartboard looks like, but I'm not ready yet to show you how the game is actually played. So I'm just opening the items here, and I'm going to try to start to play again. Okay, just give me a little bit of time, just give me a moment. I'll show you the dartboard. Here we are. So this is the dartboard, right? So it has it's a circle with the different areas for different numbers. The 20 should be at the 12 o'clock, like in a clock, right? So there. So the bullseye should be around 5 feet and 6 inches, right? And if you're going to play, should be 10 footsteps away from the wall or from the board, right? So that's it. These different areas have different scores. So this single, triple, double, single. All of these are single. This is triple for each number or for each point, and the double for the outside line, right? And this is the bullseye, and this is the cherry. This is worth 25 points, the green one, and the cherry is twice as that, double, right? So it's 50, worth 50. Okay, that's it for now. I'll be creating a new video on how to play, how I'd like to play, how to practice,
etc. So I wanted to start playing it again, right? So take care everyone. See you on the other videos. Goodbye.